Welcome to week number 5 of our top 10 Monday morning quarterback clips, hosted by Victor Sanchez. Please enjoy these clips for your training purposes, and good luck this week.
Welcome to week 5 of the Commissioner's Top 10 Plays for Review. We are midway through the season, and as games begin to have more meaning and impact, we have to raise our level of officiating. Every week, we remind you that these plays are for learning purposes and are in no way meant to disparage an individual or crew of officials. We want to continue to focus on blindside block fouls and targeting fouls this season. Use these plays in your pregame discussions as you talk coverage, mechanics, and process. Let's get to the plays. Our first clip today is a free kick, and if you've noticed the theme, we open every top 10 with a free kick play because that is the first play of the game. What we have here is an onside short kick which takes a favorable bounce and allows the kickers to recover the ball. The on-field officials kill the play, and once the ball is in legal possession of the kicking team. So you're going to see here, we're going to have the kicker approach the ball. It takes a roll right here. It has gone 10 yards, which means that any K player can legally recover this ball. You see the kicker, he's in great position right here and ends up getting a really good bounce. He's going to recover it right here about the 46-yard line. Now, we see our officials. We have our head linesman coming in, who is spotting the ball right around the 47. And we have our line judge down here back about the 42. The important part is that we've killed this play. We should be killing the clock, and if you see when I let the video go, you'll see the line judge kill the clock. But we have a big gap between where they're spotting the ball. We have one official at 42, another official at 47, so we got a 5-yard difference. So we want to make sure we get together and talk about where we're going to spot this ball. I believe they spotted this ball right around the 47, which is good officiating. But they do a great job on this play of not allowing the kicking team to advance legally recovered free kick. Good work on this play. Well officiated. Good job, everybody. Play number 2 this week is a targeting foul. We want to make sure that we are getting targeting fouls, and you're going to see this play is pretty blatant targeting foul. We're going to go ahead and let this play. You're going to focus on our linebacker over here with the arrow pointed on him and our center who is in a defenseless position. We're going to see him run up. He's going to make pretty severe contact right there. We'll play it back for you one more time. You can see that contact there. The umpire has a flag, which is an excellent call on this play. And we'll slow this down so that way you can see why this is targeting. You can see as he approaches, right there, his head is dipped. He's leading with the crown of the helmet. He's leading into the head of a defenseless player, and then he just bores through him. We would support a flagrant foul here that would warrant an ejection. Plays like this do nothing to help our game, and we want to make sure that we are not allowing this to happen in our games. So again, good call here for targeting, and flagrant targeting would be supported with an ejection. Play number 3, we have an incorrect call for a block below the waist. This play was sent in by the referee in the type of self-evaluation that we like to see out of our officials. He recognized after the fact that it was a legal block, but that's what we're here for. We're here to learn from our mistakes, and hopefully the rest of us can learn from our mistakes. This involves the free blocking zone that we were talking about last week. Let the play run through for you. You can see that we are going to be looking at our right tackle, and he's going to block low on the defender right across from him into the inside. You'll see the play develop, and after they clear, you can see the tackle is underneath the defensive player, which means he blocked low. The referee throws a flag on it and brings back first down. Sorry about that. So we want to make sure that we process plays and we know what we're doing. But again, kudos to this official for stepping up and letting us share in his mistake so we can all learn from it. Thank you very much for that. Again, we'll let it play one more time. Legal block, not a foul, inside the free blocking zone. And one to learn from. Play number 4 this week is an incorrect call for a blindside block, and we really have a mechanical breakdown on this play, and we'll go over the mechanics of how we can get this correct on the field. We're going to start off by showing who to look for and what. So we have a screen to the left, and right now at this point our line judge can rule forward backward. It's obviously a forward pass, but he really should be looking at this block lining up right here around the 47-48 yard line. Now as the play continues, you'll see there's some contact right there, and then we're going to see this player, he's going to turn back. Now our line judge should still be looking at that player. Right now, the runner with the ball can't do anything except fumble, and so we're not really concerned with the ball. We're concerned with this block happening right here, and you're going to see it's a pretty vicious block, but if I rewind it, you're going to see that this is a completely legal block. This player is going to lead. I got a little glitch here, sorry guys. He's going to lead with 2 hands, and that is a legal block. You can see right there in the video, he has 2 hands on the shoulders of the defender. It's from the side. That is a legal block. So the umpire ends up throwing a flag for a blindside block. But here's where the mechanical breakdown happens. We have our line judge at the bottom down here looking at the runner. Really, this line judge should be back here. Should be back towards the line of scrimmage. A good 7 to 8 yards, maybe up here somewhere around the 42, 43 yard line. So if he stays back, he can see that block happen and can call the umpire off this foul. Instead, our line judge is moving up the field, watching the ball. Nobody's there to help the umpire with this incorrect call, and so we end up missing this and getting this wrong on the field. Now, for umpires, the takeaway point on this play is make sure that you see not just contact, but the result of contact. What we see here is the umpire reacts to what he sees as the result of the contact. He does not react necessarily to the contact because he gets there late. So make sure we slow down, see contact and result of contact, not just the result of contact. Play 5 this week is another blindside block, this time correctly called by the umpire. We still have some mechanical breakdowns that we want to take care of, so let's go ahead and look at this play. Want to start first with the referee. We're moving too soon on this play. We should be looking at this block highlighted by the arrow, but we are already moving, so really hold still, make sure that this runner is clearly upfield and watch blocks. You can see right about here, that should be a block that the referee could pick up, but he's just too close, just way too close because he's trying to follow the play too close. So as the play develops, we're going to see this runner bounce it outside, and so now our head linesman is in a great spot up here. Our line judge should still be at the 25 yard line, watching blocks ahead of the runner and not watching the runner. As we see the play continue, he's already moved off the 25. He's probably at about the 26. And as we know, when the play comes to us, we really should step back. So I would really like for this official to be probably back more at the 24, 23 yard line. So he could see this blindside block that's going to happen as indicated by the arrows. The player in red is going to come back and execute a blindside block against the defensive player. Now, one of the things that we need to notice is that fish swimming upstream, that man that running down the street with a brick, that is that player in red that is highlighted here. So we're going to see him execute an illegal blindside block. There's force, no lead with the hands, and takes that player to the ground. Our umpire in this play does see the contact and does see the result of contact. Is going to have a flag for a foul correctly called. Our line judge, unfortunately, is watching the ball and is too close to the plate to pick up this foul. So again, the theme is don't move unless you have to. Move with a purpose. And don't watch the ball. Right now, the runner is not threatened. If he fumbles, he fumbles, but he is not threatened. Right now, we need to be watching blocks. We'll see this play kind of develop, and The line judge does not have a flag, the umpire does. So takeaway from this play is space. Time and space helps us to better see plays and to pick up fouls and to judge whether or not blocks are legal or not legal. Again, keep your distance, look for the fish swimming upstream, don't watch the runner, and we can get these right every time. Play 6, we're going to see a legal grounding of the ball by a quarterback being outside of the tackle box. We want to make sure on these types of plays that we're not being too technical. We want to make sure that we're enforcing the spirit of the rule, which is to protect quarterbacks, is not to punish good defense. So let's let the play run and we'll talk about this particular play. What we have here is we're going to see the ball get snapped over the quarterback's head. So right here we've established what is approximately the tackle box. And typically referees, it's going to be 3 steps in either direction. If the quarterback takes 3 steps to his left or 3 steps to his right, that's typically going to put him outside of the tackle box. And again, we don't want to be over technical on this. If you had landmarks to use those landmarks. But again, do not be over technical on this foul. If he's 3 steps, give him the benefit of the doubt of being outside that tackle box. We're going to see the ball get snapped over his head. He's going to recover it, and now right here he is outside of the tackle box. He's taken 3 steps, so now we can say, okay, anytime he dumps this ball, we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt that it could be a legal grounding play. Now the other part of this rule is that he reaches the line of scrimmage, and again I will emphasize we do not want to be too technical on this. If they make an effort to get it to the line of the scrimmage, even though they may be a yard short, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. In this particular play, he's going to throw it out of bounds. And so the line of scrimmage was the 22-yard line. We can see the ball in the air. It's going to go out of bounds. So we're going to assume that this ball didn't make it to the line of scrimmage in the field of play, but the rule also allows it to make it to the line of scrimmage outside of the field of play. So as we let this play, we're going to see the ball lands right about the 22. And again, we don't want to be over technical on this type of play. We want to make sure that we're enforcing the spirit of the rule, which is to protect the quarterback, not to punish good defense. So one more time, we'll go through the play. He recovers it. He's outside the tackle box. He dumps it. That ball's high in the air. Head linesman on this particular play, you're going to make that decision. And again, do not be too technical with this. That ball sails way out of bounds. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and not call a foul for intentional grounding. This is a legal grounding play. Well done by this officiating crew. Play 7 today involves multiple fouls and another mechanical breakdown. Our mechanical breakdowns are usually coming from officials moving too soon or moving too fast. In this play, we're going to have what should be a foul for sideline interference by the coach of the team in maroon. We're going to have a foul for an illegal forward pass by a quarterback beyond the line of scrimmage, and we're going to have a foul for an illegal player downfield. So we'll let this play start, and we're going to start off by looking at this coach in the gray hat. You can see the top of his head right here. He's going to get involved in this play and distract the official. And so that needs to be flagged during the game. We need this whole team in maroon. We need them back further away from the sideline, not just for your safety as an official, but for their safety as well. So control your sidelines, get them back if they do not want to get back. Sideline warnings and flags then need to be used to control that sideline. Next, we're going to see that our line judge starts moving very early in this play. His key has barely moved 3 yards downfield, and he's already moving upfield. We really need you to stay put here and hold this line of scrimmage and let the play develop, because as you move upfield, you're going to miss the line of scrimmage, and we're going to get that quarterback beyond the line of scrimmage from the illegal forward pass. This also leads us to the issue with the coach. Right now, you can see that our line judge is distracted because he's looking at the coach because the coach is in his way. Once they distract you, that's a foul. You need to flag that, because now you cannot concentrate on the job that you need to do. Now granted, if you would have stayed put, this probably would not have been a foul, or maybe it would have later on if you had to move down the field. But in this case, he's in your way, he's distracting you from officiating. You need to have a flag on this. So that's the first foul. Next, we have a quarterback scrambling, and we can see that the ball was snapped right about the 27-yard line. And the rule is that if the quarterback has 1 foot beyond the neutral zone, then that is an illegal forward pass when he throws the ball. And we can see he is clearly beyond the neutral zone. So once he throws this ball, it's going to be an illegal forward pass, and we need to have a flag down for that. But again, our line judge has moved off the line of scrimmage too soon, too fast. We can already see our head linesman has moved off the line of scrimmage. He was a little more patient, which I appreciate, but we're still not in position to judge the line of scrimmage and whether or not this passer has a foot behind, on, or beyond the line of scrimmage. So hold your lines so that way we can judge this foul accordingly. Now we move forward. We're going to see player right here. That is number 53. He is a ineligible player downfield, and we do not have a flag for that either. So really on this play we missed 3 fouls, 2 live ball and 1 live enforced as dead. And so we really need to do a better job of not only staying put and watching the play, but being able to be in those positions so that way we can judge these correctly. And I'll rewind this back so you can kind of follow 53 as he goes down. I'll point him out to you. You can see him. He's right at the end of this yellow line. And when I let this play go through, you're going to see he's way down the field. He's beyond the 2-yard expanded neutral zone. And by the time this quarterback throws the ball, he's probably a good 10, 15 yards downfield, almost open for a pass himself. So we've got to make sure we get these fouls, work on our mechanics, talk about this in your pre-games of being patient and holding your positions and not moving too soon. Use the term move with purpose. Move when you have to, not because you feel you should. Move when you absolutely have to. Play 8 today involves disconcerting signals by the defense. I have 3 arrows highlighting the defender in red, the quarterback, and the tackle at the bottom of the screen, the right tackle. The quarterback is using a clapping cadence, and you're going to see the defender clapping as well. The defense cannot use disconcerting signals, especially a clap or something that simulates the cadence of the offense, to draw a false start. So as we let this play, you're going to see that red defender, he's clapping, and we see the offense move, and we have a flag down from our umpire. This flag should be for disconcerting signals. I am not sure whether or not this was a call for disconcerting signals or a call for false start. But if you put this on the offense, that's an incorrect call. If we put this on the defense for disconcerting signals, then we're going to get this right every time. I'll play it one more time for you. You can see him clapping. The quarterback is clapping. The offense jumps outside. Don't let the defense get away with this. Flag the defense for disconcerting signals. Our next play involves what should be called a false start on the offense. We want to take a look at our center right here. We're going to see him make some abrupt hand movements. If you look at his left hand, as this play before the snap, he keeps jerking that hand. You see the defender react. That's a false start. We want to get that every time. That just makes the game not smooth. It's deceptive, and we know what he's trying to do with that, right? He's trying to draw him offside. So get that early, get that right away, knock that off, flag that for a false start, and your game will be a whole lot cleaner. Play 10 this week involves a rule that we rarely see, but we do need to be able to enforce correctly, and that's the momentum rule. We're going to get an interception on this play. It's going to happen near the goal line, and so we can talk about how we officiate this and some things that we can do better on this play. We follow this defender here. We're going to see him in coverage as he goes back. He's going to make an interception, and it looks like he's going to land up in the end zone. So the first thing I want to point out is neither one of our officials that are approaching the play that are on video are killing the clock. So when we have an interception, we need to kill the clock. That's an important thing. We need to get that clock stopped. Our line judge may have been killing the clock, and hopefully he was, but these two officials are not, so make sure that we're killing the clock. The next thing I want to talk about is where we're going to spot this ball. When we get to this point, it looks like our umpire and our head linesman are at about the half-yard line. And so what I really want to talk about is, let's not punish good play. If the momentum rule is there for a reason. So momentum means that anytime a defensive player intercepts a ball or recovers an opponent's fumble or backward pass between the 5-yard line and the goal line, if his original momentum takes him into the end zone, his team is awarded the ball at the spot of the recovery or the interception. So in this play, we have an interception. It appears that he landed in the end zone, but if we're being very technical, momentum has him in the field of play. But we don't want to be technical when we get inside the 1-yard line. If it's outside of the 1-yard line, then you can be very technical. Put it at the 2, put it at the 3, put it at the 4, put it at the 1. But if it's inside that 1-yard line, let's give them the benefit of the doubt and let's make this a touchback. We can put the ball at the 20, and that way the defense that now has the ball has a legitimate chance to make a play on this. So don't be too technical on momentum plays. If that ball is intercepted within the 1-yard line, either put it at the 1-yard line or make it a touchback, and we actually prefer that you make that a touchback. Bonus play number 1 this week is a fumble play near the goal line, and just want to highlight the mechanics on this and talk a little bit about this rule. What you're going to see is we're going to have a long run down the sideline by the team in red. They're going to snap the ball. Quarterback's going to take it, bounce it outside, and right here I just want you to take note of the distance that the line judge has from the runner. It's about 7 yards behind him, has plenty of vision, is not trying to keep up with him. This is what we want to see. We want to see good space and distance. He's probably watching the runner, but I would hope that he's watching this block by number 12 right there, right around the 44-yard line. But if he's not watching the runner, you should be watching that block. But good distance, good space, this is what we want to see. Good job by this line judge. The runner's going to cut back across the grain. Now it's a race to the end zone, and right here we see that ball come out. So he's hit probably about the 4-yard line. That ball's loose at about the 3. We're going to see this ball go into the end zone. Our back judge, who's in great position at the goal line, is going to have a beanbag down for a fumble, and red's going to recover in the end zone. So what do we have as a result of this play? We have a touchdown. Plain and simple. Pretty easy play to officiate if we're in position and we know our rules. And I'll let it play for you guys one more time. Speed it up through the non-pertinent parts. Again, bounce outside. Nice patient move up by the line judge. Great job there. Back judge is in position, watching blocks. We get to the goal line. We have a forward fumble into the end zone. Offense recovers in the end zone. Touchdown. Good job mechanically on this play by this crew. Bonus play number 2 in our last play of the week is a correct call for a targeting foul. We want to make sure that we get these fouls and we do a good job of officiating this play. We want to follow this receiver through his route. He's going to run an out in what we call a chair route. He's going to run an out and up. Our officials are moving mechanically very well. Line judge moves off a little and starts to follow his play up. And then you can see this defender. It's a little blurry, but you're going to see him approach and you're going to see the contact. This is classic targeting. We have a player that is leaving his feet. We have him launching, and we have him making contact to the head and neck area of that defenseless receiver. I'll slow it down so you can see it in slow motion. This is a pretty vicious hit. We do not need this in our game. This is nothing but punishing and violent. Correctly called on the field. Good job by the line judge. Good job by the back judge to get this foul. This is a flagrant foul. This player was ejected for a flagrant foul. And here's the next point I want to bring up. This is a vicious hit. You see players starting to gather around. Make sure we get there and we get the opposite team, which in this case would be the white team, the defense. We want to get them out of that area and get them back to their sideline, and we want to make sure that the blue team, who was the recipient of this vicious hit, we want to make sure that those players remain on their sidelines so we don't have any fights or other skirmishes breaking out. So don't worry so much about the call. Worry about getting players to their sidelines, and then we can sit and talk about what we have. Too often we start to talk about the foul we have and we ignore the dead ball part of players and their emotions getting the better of them in these situations. And so we focus on the wrong thing. We focus on the foul and we don't focus on the dead ball officiating. The foul will be a foul whether it's a foul now or 30 seconds from now. Get those players away from each other and don't allow this to digress into a shoving match and fights. Dead ball officiating is key in these situations. Good job by this crew to get this foul, and remember to talk about how we're going to handle this kind of dead ball situation by clearing players of the opposite color away from that sideline. Have a great week this week. Make your calls big. Make sure we are moving with purpose. Hope next week when we do the video I do not have to point out that we're moving too fast and we're getting off the line too soon. We want to move because we have to, not because we feel the need to move. Be patient, give yourself space, don't ball watch, go out and have a great weekend.
Thank you for watching this week's Monday Morning Quarterback Clips. Reminder, if you have not completed Part 1 of your NFHS exam, you must now complete Part 2 by the end of this week.